Hello, welcome back to Stagehand Shit, the show where we talk about things I wish I would have known, / learned, / I don't know, just stagehand shit. And as I've said before, I'm not a professional by any means, just a pretty solid observer and an apprentice of Local 470, so take things as you will. So, big important thing to do that I cannot emphasize enough when it comes to starting out as a stagehand is tracking your hours. Now, you can start doing this like literally at any point. Like, you don't even have to be getting paid for the work that you're doing, but it's very useful to track your hours. Now, where this does come in handy is when you do start to get paid for things, especially if you're working at a bunch of different venues. Like, for example, I work between like 11 different venues on like a monthly basis, and keeping track of just every single paycheck from every single venue can get like kind of chaotic. Not only that, but if you are working with a local as a stringer, otherwise known as an employee that isn't a member of the union itself, and you want to become a member of the union, generally they have like some sort of hour requirement that you need to fulfill. Generally, for these hours to count, they do have to be contracted through the union itself and not really through non-union productions. But some unions are a little bit different, where they have like a little ratio on how many hours non-union will count as 1 hour towards the union. But in general, it's just really useful for like taxes, paychecks, hour fulfillments, and just like applying for new jobs in general. So what's important to document when it comes to tracking your hours? Let me just show you an example of my spreadsheet. As you can see, I really like to make things really colorful. So I really like to track the date, the show, location, department, what kind of call it was, how many hours I worked, and just general notes about the production itself. As for the different notes I keep in the notes category, generally it's like what touring company they were with, if I made any friends, if I learned anything new, if I liked something about a touring company, if I really didn't like something about a touring company, just general information I want to know for the future. In addition to this, I also split it between different pages depending on what local I'm working with or if it's a non-union production, and then I have an additional tax info section. And the tax page is really important because it kind of denotes which payroll company works with which venue, and it's just nice to kind of keep track of, especially around tax season. Tax season in general is kind of a bitch because a lot of venues, at least in the state of Wisconsin, use their own payroll system, so it's just a long list of W-2s. So it's a very quick and dirty rundown on how I track my hours or how you could track your hours. If anyone has any additional like tips, explanations, corrections, advice, anything, just put it in the comments. So come join us. Alright, stay spicy.